Today we're going to talk about how to make a Rave Card template in InDesign. So head to your computer and let's click Create New. You're going to go, there's a top bar that says Recent, Saved, Print, Web, Mobile. You're going to click Print and you're going to click Letter and Orientation, which should be Landscape. We're going to go down, make sure Facing Pages is clicked. You have 2 pages starting on number 2. 1 column, and the only thing that we're going to change left out of that is margin should be 1p5, and then click Tab, and that should make all of them, like your top, bottom, inside, outside margins 1p5. Okay, we're going to click Create. So now you have your document. It should have lines outlining your document for margins, which is 1p5, which we just did. And we're going to go and take a little line here, drag it over right to the 24 mark. Perfect. What you're going to do is click on the placeholder. The placeholder is a little rectangle, and it has an X in the middle of it. Underneath it is a rectangle. Don't click the rectangle. You want the placeholder, which has the X in the middle. You're going to take it to that top margin, top left corner, click Shift, and drag it across. Doing this, you can make a perfect square. If you let go of it too soon, like I did, it'll turn right back into a rectangle. Okay, so you've got it. So click V, and that will bring your cursor back, and you're going to click Option. Hold it down and drag your square down, and that should duplicate. And so you have 2 perfectly matched, same perfect squares, okay? Next you're going to do is, we dragged a line over, now we're going to drag another line over. This one we're going to make a whole mark over. So next to the 24, the next dash mark on that ruler is what you're going to put it on. Let's see, actually a little close. We're trying to get the same amount of space on the margin as there is between the next 2 lines. So I'm just going to scoot it over a little bit just for it to look right. So it's going to be a little bit more. Now we're going to take another one, and it's going to be an equal amount of space as well. So this one looks like about equal is a little less than, well, about half between the 24 and the 30. Okay, we're going to take one more line and drag it over here, just place it, and we're going to highlight those 2 squares, click Option, and drag them over. Line them up right on that line you made between the 3 lines. You'll have these 3 lines, and you're going to line it up right there, right where I did. Now you're going to go back and run your cursor over that guideline you just pulled over and drag it back over. If it doesn't move, it's because your grids and guides are locked. So you would go up to View, Grids and Guides, and click, it should say, mine says Lock Guides, but yours should say Unlock Guides if that's the case. Alright, we're going to take one more line, drag it across. It should be about equal to the other spaces. Drag, drop. Okay, now we're going to click the rectangle box. You're going to line it up with the margins still. Drag it down. There you go. We're going to go up to the top. If you don't have this bar up here, go right over here. It'll say Essentials, and you're going to click Typography. And in that typography box, you're going to click over here, click Registration Black, whichever works. And there's 2 ways to do this. We want to make it lighter because we don't want it that dark. It's a little distracting and it makes it hard to see. So we're going to go and either click Tint It, which is back in that color box, and at the little top there's a little percentage. It says Tint 100. You're going to go down. You can make it gray. I have 40, 50 right there. And take it off. Or you can change the transparency, which I actually prefer, and take it down to 50. And you can go lower if you want. It just depends on what you're looking for here. I'm going to do 50 though. Okay, so next we're going to click our V again, and we're going to highlight everything we just did. Now it's going to highlight all these boxes but not the guidelines. You're going to Command C, which is copy, click over and paste, and drag all of that down. You're going to take your gray box and move it to the opposite side because we're doing this as a back and front page. So if you leave them exactly the same, it will never print right. It will not mesh. Okay, drag this over. You want to make sure they line up perfectly on the guidelines. There you go. Okay, now we can drag our guidelines into it. So down, 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 drag these across. And there you go. And then I'll drag some down to the bottom here too. These aren't as necessary, but I just like them because it makes sure everything's right on the dot there. Okay, so there we go. We have a template.